Welcome back to Cuba's Automotive. We are working on a forklift this time. Technically working on a forklift. The issue was when I went to install one of these waste oil heaters, okay, something like this, we didn't have function of the forklift. So we came up with the deduction that it was a timing issue. And then when we pulled the distributor, we found what the issue was. That there's a gear drive on the rear of the distributor, which then bolts to a mounting housing, okay, and then it goes into the block, essentially. So this thing was all stripped out, rusted. I guess it was jumping time because everything was worn. So I'll go ahead and walk you through that. This is a Yale Eaton forklift. I want to say G82C series. I'm not very an expert with forklifts, okay? I just work on different equipment, and I've come across this in the past. Now, this is an older version. I think, I want to say 70s, late 70s. There's no kind of marking on this, no identification tag, nothing like that. I'm going by what the block is, which is an International Harvester, and that's basically it. So, and this is either gas-driven or LP, propane. So in this case, ours is propane. I can show you the forklift in 1 second. I hate going out there because where I'm at, there's mosquitoes like crazy, and they are attracted to me like crazy. Okay, yeah. All these storms right now, I don't know when this is going to get edited and produced, but Ida has recently passed through here. We had a lot of flooding, tornadoes, and stuff like that here in the Philadelphia region, lower southeast PA, as well as New York, Jersey, a few other areas. I think Corey even had a live stream going at the time when Ida was doing her thing, the remnants of. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take you along, and I'll show you what I'm doing. Let me just do the Spanish version, and I'll be back. Okay, so this is what I'm working with. I forgot to mention that this is the old style point condenser. This motor has been used in a lot of older tractors and farm equipment in the agricultural industry. I don't know how often we see them in forklifts and, let's say, construction or the industrial industry. So I don't know much about these. I'm just going to regurgitate what I know, and that's it. I could be wrong in some aspects and whatever. Like I said, I'm not very well versed. That's what I want to say. I'm not very well versed with these units. So this is a point condenser unit. Okay, so you have the little cam here and the well. So every time that this thing opens up, we have a spark. This would be the condenser, and this is the points. The gap on this, I think, is 30 thousandths of an inch. So yeah, what I plan on doing, well, this is the original problem. It's extremely worn. You see that a lot of rust, a lot of pitting. And when we initially took this out, it was covered in rust. This would be the base, okay, that goes into the block, and then this distributor here actually mounts into here. Now, I don't know if you can see. Oh, well, I just pulled it out anyway. This would be the other end of the distributor. Now, this would be inside that housing, meshing like this. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, and there should be a bushing on here, a brass, and another brass bushing that this rides on to keep it as straight as possible. Now, yeah, here is the one brass bushing. And there should be one at the base down there. I don't know if there is, and I know you probably can't see that on here. And this thing is covered in oil, which is fine. So I'm going to do a thorough cleaning on this. We'll do points, condenser, plugs, wires, anything I can to get this thing back to a good running state, more reliable. It was reliable up until this last job that we had, so. And I don't know if I mentioned this in the English version, but this is an LP design, which is a propane run. Yeah, I don't have much information on this particular unit, only that it's probably late 70s, maybe 80s, because of the pointed condenser, and the motor is an International Harvester. It's a 4-cylinder. So we'll go with that for now. I just wanted to add, well, here's the cap. I know that these things were also in the not best of condition. Okay, so the cap, rotor, condenser points, both gears, the whole base I got because I didn't know what we were dealing with. I didn't take anything else apart. And the parts I actually ordered from this place called Steiner. I ordered it the same day that we were there on site at the shop. And surprisingly, they came within a couple days. I want to say 3 or 4 days ahead of schedule from the estimated time. So far, I'm really happy with this company. I didn't know where else to get this kind of stuff because this stuff is probably long out of existence, at least in the normal parts stores. And this is, again, forklift and equipment. You'll see this kind of motor in farm malls, tractors. I'm trying to think like other agricultural equipment. And this is a small guy here, but yeah. So let me go ahead, break this down a bit. Again, I don't have my camera girl, my daughter, with me today, so this is going to be extremely difficult. And I might not be able to catch everything. I don't know. We'll see. And I'm also trying to fight time against mosquitoes and other, how should we say, other things I got to do, other schedules, other jobs. And the phone keeps going. All right. Right here I got the distributor on the vise, and I just punched the pin out. It's not exactly a roll pin, it's a solid piece of metal, so I understood that would be a roll pin. So now we got to get this gear off the shaft, and we'll go ahead and install the new gear. So that's just a top view of where I hit, get this guy through, boom boom. But yeah, let me go ahead and grab that new gear and figure out a way to get this guy off without mushrooming this or anything like that. I might want to clean this up a little bit more so it's a little easier to take this one off and install the new one. That's fine, go ahead, yeah. All right, thank you. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put the new gear in, On this, it is not directional. It doesn't, well, besides having the roll pin facing up, okay, it doesn't matter which way it's clocked because this is an even teeth gear. And because it's even, it really doesn't matter. If it was odd, you would have to definitely verify what direction it goes or how it's clocked. Where is the old guy here? So, old and new. I don't know if this actually does it any justice, but holy, there's like no meat on those teeth left. So the fact that this is worn down and also the drive gear that goes into the base is also worn, that's just disaster waiting to happen. Basically, that's going to jump. It's just going to happen, period. It's inevitable. All right, and then we'll go ahead and put this on, and we'll be right back. So I was just doing the comparison in Spanish. I mean, seriously, the size difference on this thing is crazy. The teeth and everything. The diameter of the new one is much bigger, or definitely big enough. So you had compounding issue, you know. This guy eating, and plus I'm sure the other guy is eating. You can see that. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of grease here. I also mentioned in the Spanish one that you're supposed to clean the washer here so you can reinstall that. Don't forget the washer. That just helps wear from here at the base. Moving parts moving, you know. And I guess that's that. I mean, I cleaned the base here, but it's so pitted because I figured, hey, you know what? Let's, you know, make it easier to install the new gear. But this guy, it slips on nicely. I might not have even needed to clean it. I'm sure that it wouldn't affect it anyway. Even if it's a little bit, it's snug. It's not side-to-side movement, but it's easy to go on. Sorry, let's show it like that. It's easy to go on, so when the pin is in there, I'm sure there's going to be no issue. I'm going to put a grease just to help keep this guy from getting seized up and prevent rust a little bit, you know. We'll see. Welcome back to Cuba's Automotive. This is a couple days later. I actually had so much other stuff to take care of, and this thing was driving me crazy, putting this pin back in. This is a hard pin. It's not a, let me see, it's not a roll pin. It's a solid pin, what I meant to say. And pretty much goes through. I might go back a little bit this way, but that's in. The other thing is, I want to clean up some of the hardware that we have. On the base of the unit, we have these hold-down bolts, which are just covered in muck and grease. And the other one's for the distributor. This would be for the base, and the others are for the distributor itself to go to clock. So I want to go ahead and clean them up, back in the solvent tank. One thing I failed to get, because I wasn't aware of, the gasket that goes on here, and the other one that goes on the base. This one I have, the cover with the gasket. This guy I failed to get. Oh, this guy. Yeah, this guy I failed to get. Actually, that's where that guy goes, yeah. That gasket, where this guy sits, is here. So we're going to have to make one, and we can do that. And I'll show you how I do that. In a bind, I mean, obviously it's not a vehicle, it's not being driven every day. I had someone order, but again, that was well after the fact, because it's when I took this all apart that I noticed that we had gaskets. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and clean up those bolts. I want to go ahead and change the points. Uh-oh, I got mosquitoes. I gotta go spray myself and I'll be right back. So I'm going to use my old gasket as somewhat of a trace or stencil, and then trace around it. Same thing with the guy from the base. I'll go ahead and take care of that, and we'll be right back. Okay, so what I decided to do, instead of going ahead and doing this now, I know I have I can't even find what I'm looking for anyway here at the shop. So I know I have gasket paper at my home, okay, which is probably about a half-hour round trip from the shop. So I'm going to skip that for now. I'm going to go ahead and install the spark plugs. I can switch over the condenser, the points and such. I don't know how yet to align everything with this and the other drive, and then the number 1 cylinder here. I don't know how to do that yet. So I have a manual coming on the way as well, but hopefully I can find something online as far as timing these guys. So I can have it close and I can always adjust it once it's in. So something else working against me, I have no socket for the spark plugs. So I'm going to use a regular 7/8. I have as big as 3/16, and that's it. But this will do because this is straight access. Now if I have more of an incline against things or having to use a universal, then I would definitely wait until I get my spark plug socket. I apologize for any noise. Transmission is being built or broken down in the other stall. It's not too bad. These are champions. Breather, yeah. I think I might take that breather off just so I have better access. I don't want to mess up the new spark plug going in. And then I'll come back and replace the battery for my camera. So we'll be right back. Alright, so I'm taking this breather off. So I have access to this spark plug directly, and we don't break it going in. Now I know I'm probably going to need another gasket here, but as you can see there's leaks all over this darn thing. Oh look, looks like there's an O-ring that goes here. I can do that and I don't need a whole gasket, so that's cool. O-rings I have here. Now it says the gap to spark plugs from 23 to 27 thousandths. Okay, that's not bad then. This is 25. It just seems so shallow to me, but I guess not. That's what the old ones came out as. And I figure if I'm around the same, it should be good. I'll just grab a spark plug here. And these take the 3116 spark plug. I got this again from Steiner. They had the whole kit. Unfortunately, I thought I had plugs too. I mean, plugs. Ignition wires too, and I do not. So, alright, little tap. 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 There's drag there, so I'm going to leave it as is there. That's number 1. I think I might even put all this together without putting the gaskets on. That way, he and I can go ahead and time it together. He has a better ear than I do. I don't like doing things by ear. I prefer timing light or whatever. So there's that. My colleague, when I say he. What else? Alright, let me go ahead and do one more in English, and I'll do the others in Spanish. Because I don't feel like taking it back out and redoing the same job. It's one thing I have with doing 2 languages. That's about right. So, yeah, slight drag, and that's at 25. I'm going to go ahead and put this at the end. Oh, there is a gasket. Son of a gun. Sorry if my head's in the way. I have no other place to put this darn camera. Okay. So go ahead, we'll tighten that up. All right. Tighten that guy up. There's a crushed washer, so you want to give it a little extra oomph so it crushes the washer and seats. So after it sits, about another quarter turn. I guess it's the best described. Okay, I feel resistance. Now, yeah, about a quarter turn. Okay, good. Two middle guys. And I'm gonna put this in Spanish. This is a breather, I believe. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up in the solvent tank, and I'll be right back to install this. Okay, clean this up. We'll go ahead and install it. This is pretty blocked up. Now it should make a huge difference. Yeah, a little bit of stuff in there, but it should be good to go. I don't want to take too long getting this thing together. All right. Yeah, there's a gasket down there. I'm just going to leave it alone. I don't have anything right this second, so we'll just go with that for now. Let me go ahead, bring the base over, and start lining things up. I don't know how you guys are going to see this. I'm going to try to reposition you guys towards the front of the engine, so, or the rear of the engine technically, because that's the front fan. Flywheel in that way. Yeah, I'm going to try to get you guys closer. Alright, so I just pretty much converted everything over. I meant to record this and I forgot. This is the hold down screw for the points, okay, for one side of the points. Oh yeah, that thing is worn. One whole side of it is done. And this is the other side of the point. Right here on the tip is where you would have the spark. And then the condenser here, I still have to rotate this guy. So, noise is no issue, I have a mic. I'm just going to go ahead and tighten this guy up right here, and that's where the coil goes on to, attaches to. So I'm going to go ahead and finish tightening that, and I got to turn this around. As you see, the old condenser is cocked the other way, so I can go ahead and screw that down to the base. And let me do this in Spanish before I finish tightening this up. I'll be right back. I have the adjustment screw loose, so you can go ahead and adjust that. Should be in the hole. Not yet. No. It'll fly over. This guy's a little bit open. I'm gonna kind of close it. So basically, you see what I'm doing. I'll go ahead and tighten this up, and then I'll bring you guys back. Gotta say, these bolts aren't the best of shape. Fine thread, poly-American. I had to use impact hammer or drive tool, the impact drive tool. What the heck? That's great. One of them has a lock washer, the other doesn't. Oops. Make sure everything's in there. And see if I have the other one over there. Oh, it's getting so late. And I'm trying to rush on through. I said this one didn't have a lock washer. I'm hoping I can get this tight enough. I think I'll replace them with regular bolts. once this is sitting again, after we get the timing done, I'll pull one off and I'll grab that bolt tomorrow. I can get the one tighter than the other for now. This guy, the one that's all boogered. Because the gasket will pull the other side in. Okay, yeah, it should be good. All right. So this guy goes in through here. Nice snug feel. Okay. Going in, this goes this way. Because then you have the resistor that sits on top. This goes like this. It hits against this lip. Come on. Does it never end? They never tapped them. Huh. Okay. So do you know they never tapped the holes. So I have to go ahead and find out what the pitch is and go ahead and tap it. Okay, size of the thread is 5/16 by 16 pitch. No, 18, sorry. Is that even visible? No. Every time I try to rush, more and more issues. I'm including some of the pictures of the gaskets I made. Here's one gasket. I'm going to pull the base back off, put this on there. I might have to elongate the other hole, but we're going to pull that off and get that on there. I'll show you the other one in a second. And you can see this guy here, it fits pretty good. But we'll know once I have a couple of the bolts. Oh, it's not this guy. This bolt's over here I just put down. Here, this guy. Okay, so I got to make this guy just a bit bigger. This guy is about right. So yeah, we'll go ahead and elongate this. I pretty much copied what I saw from the catalog I ordered it. So we'll go ahead and enlarge this and then we'll be right back. Alright, this hole right here, I just got done making it bigger. Now everything fits. The threads are good. It's not going to catch, it's not going to bind. Both holes now on this place. I'm going to go ahead and put the shaft portion in the block itself first, because I think it's easier that way, and then set everything on top. I'm going to take a picture just in case the clarity isn't good with the lights, and I'll be right back. Down. Okay. This guy. The threaded portion goes to the top. They're snug with vibration. You don't want to work in loops. Okay. I also made this guy. I still have to cut out the center. Right here I have the distributor gasket that I made. Looks pretty good. Fits well. Snug. Now I know the coil wire right here goes up to the top, the stud. I know this is a pain in the butt to go ahead and clamp down. take out spark plug number 1 so we see where we're at. We want to be top dead center. Grab a screwdriver. Oh, borescope on me, do I? Nope. Not quite. A little bit more. Apparently the engine rotates clockwise, okay, that direction. So the distributor went down, and number 1 is roughly around here, not too far from where this tab is. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out and clock that one more, tab the other way. And then we'll go from there. As in, that's where that was pointing when that was top dead center. There we go. That's all the way up.
So that's my thing. I always said, you know, you can't be gagged on working on that truck. You know, very frustrating.
No, I get it. Messy?
Messy, dirty, you know, just we're going to come in a hot spot and walk at it. Walk at it tomorrow.
Alrighty. Top dead center is pointing right up. So, top dead center. And the rotor is pointing up. That's where we're going to make number 1. For now. Let's get the cap. And get these guys on here. Let's see. One thing I've noticed, there's a little notch that goes in here, and it's towards the bottom. Okay, it's directly down. So we're going to do that as number 1. Get away from me. Ay, ay, ay. So if it goes that way, we want to have it before top dead center. All right, cool. So it should be, hopefully that's right. I'm going to go ahead and install the spark plug once again.
Hello? How has my senior benefits?
All right. Oops, 1, 3. 4, 2. All right. Okay, 1, 3, 4, 2. Just a 13. So I have that. Alright, I thought I hurry and get done. So this is just a finished product. I finally found out where that one wire went to, that one blue wire, and it's supposed to go to a ground. And then my starting system functioned as normal. I was having a no start with the key. Is that good? I think everything's clear. Alright. Make sure you shut off. So I hope you found this educational, somewhat helpful, something. I know I had to hurry up and rush and get this done. One thing I will mention, I did not adjust the points properly because I was adjusting them when they were closed instead of open, and I didn't realize that until, you know, I went to try to go start at New Spark. So yeah, it's a correct adjustment, but you got to make sure you're adjusting it when it's supposed to be open. Okay? All right. Just thought I'd throw that in there. Thanks for watching, guys, and until next time.